Soothing waters and tropical treats, you say? Gotta love that alliteration. Oh, hey, wait a minute, there's a sprite in the logo thing, too. It sure is a good thing I won that, because that's what I need in order to get myself the next Star Arena. Don't even know why I said that. Co-workers from work just makes that a suffix for literally everything he says. I really need to take a little tour of the backgrounds of this area so I can find more references and stuff. There's like a little lizard, like on screen right now, and it looks like just a regular old lizard. So, because for a very short hot minute I thought, is that Gex? But that reference is probably too obscure even for custom Mario Party boards. Man, it sure is weird molding in and out of the Millennium Stars character sprite during that. El Luigi, you played for the averages and waited on a star to appear right next to you, and your waiting is paying off. Gotta go left, just not specifically to avoid losing coins, but for the possible chance of landing on that item space. Alright. It's time to pump it. Pump it. Alright, I'm done. Did I pump the rocket enough? Apparently I did. Nice, just one off 400. Now at the job I'm working right now, everyone seems to have just some random toy on their desk just to screw around with while we're waiting for things to load and whatever. One person actually does have a pump rocket, not an actual thing with a pump next to it, but just slap this rocket on the end of this stick and then push this stick inside this other stick and then the rocket pumps up. It's fun to do little experiments of varying amounts of pressure that you put on the stick inside the other stick to see what kind of distance and stuff you can get. Or just precariously balance a bunch of things on top of each other and see if you can knock the whole stuff over with one shot from the rocket. But since the rocket is barely larger than a Nerf dart, it really doesn't have much weight to be able to convey energy onto that stack of stuff. Man, this particular board is giving me a whole heck of a lot of Yoshi's Tropical Island vibes, with the different segmented areas and whatnot. Yeah, but at least this one doesn't have the star space randomly changing if you happen to land on the space right before the space. Okay, well, going down is probably better for me, but going this way means getting to see more of the board that the computers probably aren't going to be able to get and see, so that's why we're going this way. Oh, seriously, Frigid Bridges? I'm not even gonna try this one. So, since this is the first custom round of Mario Party in a couple of weeks again, I guess I should share with you a few just updates from the past couple of weeks. I bought a Nintendo Switch about 2 days ago. I still don't have any games for it, because, well, the deal was there was a promotion involving trade-in credit at GameStop, and I traded in a whole bunch of stuff and bought some things that happened to trade in for more than what the purchase price was, and I did that, got about not enough money to buy a Switch, but almost, and so basically just had that credit sitting around waiting for a Switch to finally be in stock. And I think partially in thanks to the recently released Splatoon 2, they were in stock at a bunch of GameStops around where I lived, so I went to one and bought one, and now I have one, and I'm mostly just sitting around and waiting for Super Mario Odyssey to come out, which at the time of this recording I believe is only 89 days away. So yeah, get excited. If you're frequent this channel quite a bit, you know what? I haven't been paying attention at all to what the thing is. Is it this? Nope. B doesn't occur until much later. I'm an idiot. This minigame is incredibly freaking boring. So it makes sense that I would just talk through it and not pay any attention. Should have at least watched the person that went before me. What was I talking about? Oh, right, the Nintendo Switch. For those of you that frequent this channel probably know I'm a big-time fan of 3D platformers, and boy howdy does Mario Odyssey look like one of the best games ever. And boy am I gonna look stupid if you're watching this 3 months later and the game's out and it actually ends up not being very good. But even if it doesn't, there's still the promise of Metroid Prime 4, I hope. Unless Nintendo does a psych, we're actually going to put it on the Nintendo console that comes out after the Nintendo Switch. Which probably won't happen unless the Switch somehow decides to start, like, failing hardcore, which, considering how friggin' hard it was to find the bloody thing, I doubt it's doing poorly. Am I anywhere near the star? No. Do I want more items? Yes, so I'm buying a cellular shopper. Turns out I'm actually, like, right next to the star this whole time. Where is the star? Okay, oh my gosh, I think I actually was within range of it. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. Yep! Sucks. May as well go this way just to see other parts of the level, I guess. Alright, 1v3 minigame, and... Alright. This is a minigame that I genuinely enjoy. Let's see how quickly I can get through it. Yeah, reasonably quickly. Would have probably gotten it on the first or at least second try were it not for Donkey Kong being slow and dumb. And no, I'm not going to give him the benefit of the doubt based on the fact that his starting position theoretically was much farther away than the rest of us, but that's not a good enough excuse. Yoshi, enjoy your star. I completely intentionally bought an item that then prevented me from being able to buy the star, specifically because I wanted to make this game look like it was much closer than it actually is. And that star is right next to where I was. That's the item shop where I bought the cellular shopper. And there's so many red spaces getting landed on. This is Mario Party 7, and I was hadn't the stuff, red star. It'd be kind of interesting. Speaking of Mario Party 7, I've been wanting to play that for a while. I know in, like, the description for a video a couple of weeks ago, I said, hey, should I do solo mode or regular mode? And by regular mode, I mean 8-player mode. But no one responded, probably because people don't read comments. And by comments, I mean the description. Alright, this minigame is boring. Man, I want to get a slow-motion replay of that. That looked like it was just seconds, milliseconds between us. It entirely was, us getting hit by that snowball. I'm 100% certain of that. And hey, wait a minute, this music sounds familiar. Man, with, like, how high-res everything in the background is, it's kind of disappointing that the fireworks look completely like they were made in MS Paint. Which, I suppose it's entirely plausible that they were.